WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
All righty, good morning, everybody. We've made it. We're halfway through the week. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on 2 News Now. It is Wednesday, December 3rd, and I am your host, Alexis Bellamy. On this beautiful Wednesday morning, I am joined by 2 News anchor Kayla Ferris. Kayla, good morning.
Good morning, Alexis. I'm happy to be here.
And it is Wednesday, and we know what that means, and I won't address the fact that you are not in pink, that you are still sitting here with me. But
yes,
later, we'll circle back to that later. But we actually have breaking news this morning, so listen to this. We have breaking news out of Ohio State today. Ohio State's offensive coordinator and best recruiter apparently is on the move. Brian Hartline, according to multiple sources, has accepted the job as head coach over at USF. Hartline plans to stay with the team during the playoffs, and he started for the Buckeyes under Coach Jim Tressel and joined the coaching staff back in 2017. So a big change coming for Ohio State potentially in way of management and administrative team. Kayla, what do you think about that? You're big on Ohio State.
I don't know too much about the coaches.
Oh, the football. Yeah, that's right.
But,
you're just into the players.
As long as the Buckeyes keep winning, that's all I care about.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are moving into your top stories now this morning. The Board of Clark County Commissioners came together for their monthly meeting earlier this morning. Now, the scheduled meeting, this comes after it was announced the only shelters, which are located in Springfield, will be closing in the new year. That's just next month. Now, the men's Hartley House shelter will close as of January 2nd, and the women and children's shelter will close in March. Now, Sheltered Inc. has received funds from both the county and the city when it comes to trying to keep the shelter open, but does not receive funds from Clark County. The city commission met last night and discussed grants and other funding options to give shelter for those who will become unhoused. But we're going to still see what happens with that, Kayla.
Yeah, this all stems from a lawsuit that I'll be digging deeper into in our later shows at 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, you're working on this.
Make sure that you tune into that. Switching gears a little bit. Back to Dayton, a 7-hour-long SWAT situation in a neighborhood ends with the suspect not even home.
Wow.
Police and SWAT responded to Walton Avenue around 12:20 Tuesday afternoon after a reported domestic incident. Our crews saw SWAT outside a home using commands, even using a drone, as you just saw, to get the suspect out. And after being there for 7 hours, police told us that the suspect was not inside the house. People who live nearby were told to avoid the area, but we're working to find out why police were even there in the first place.
Yeah, and we talked about this a little bit before we came on. We do know that this happens kind of, often, but for 7 hours, that's the ringer here. That is a long time to be waiting and looking for something. Moving on now this morning, happening today, those in Fairborn can expect some road closures as an electric transformer will be moving throughout the city. Now, the move started at 9 o'clock this morning, so just a couple of hours ago. That's it right here. Take a look at how big this is. This thing is massive. Now, this transformer will be moving from the Fairborn Railroad site on East Xenia Drive to the AES substation on Dayton Xenia Road. It's expected to take anywhere from 3 to 8 hours to reach the site. So for a list of those road closures, make sure to head online to WDTN.com to find out exactly where this thing is so you don't get trapped behind it. Can you imagine?
No, I cannot. That would be a long time.
Yeah.
All right, switching gears for all you basketball fans out there. UD men's Flyers left it all on the floor at last night's game. They played East Tennessee State Buccaneers and won 88-71,
Woo,
which
nice
that's
numbers.
like what?
Yeah.
About 20 points. So that's pretty good. At a sold-out UD arena, leading scorer for UD is Deshane Montgomery with 27 points. UD is 7-2 on the season. Next game is Saturday at UVA.
Ooh. Oh, I shouldn't say go Cavs, but they're Cavaliers, so I'll just keep that to myself. Moving on
these
to
are the Flyers. Go
these are
Flyers.
I know, but UVA is the because I'm just
Come
from
on,
Virginia.
Alexis.
Sorry.
Come on, Alexis.
Sorry.
Get it together.
I mean, go Flyers. Go
yeah,
Flyers.
please.
Okay. Moving on to your final top story for this morning. We've teamed up with United Rehabilitation Services for our annual Day of Giving. Now, yesterday we shared their stories about the impact, some of the work that URS has done throughout our community, and the work that they've done with the developmentally disabled. Now, a grand total of $1,957 has been raised to support URS. So that is incredible. I'm so happy that that is a big, nice round number. And there is still time to donate too. You can text URS at 24365. All right, that brings us to a look at what is going on outside this morning. We still have some snow left on the ground. It is still absolutely frigid outside. I've moved on from saying freezing to frigid. I think that sounds a little bit more intense, you guys, doesn't it? To really
it sure does.
capture the weather. Yeah. So, Jamie, good morning. How long can we expect to see the snow outside? And will the sun come back ever?
Good morning. Yes, it will come back. It will come back at some point. Probably not a lot of it today. I mean, you could just see how gray it is out there. We've got an overcast sky. And at least we're not getting additional snowfall right now. It's just a breezy start to the day. You can see our flag is pretty good going in that wind in Trotwood from our Goodwill Easter Seals camera. And our temperatures are only in the low to mid 20s in most spots. We do have 21 out towards Union City and Richmond, 23 in Eaton and Minster, and Dayton and Troy are right at 24 degrees with Springfield at 26. When you factor in that brisk wind, it feels even colder. So that's really the issue, is that we don't have sun and we have this wind chill. So it feels like 11 degrees in Dayton and Lima, and it even feels like 9 degrees back towards Muncie and South Bend. So our daily forecast for the next several hours, we're going to stay in the 20s through about lunchtime, and then we should pop into the low 30s, but that's it for highs, right around 31 at 3 o'clock. The winds stay up from the southwest between 10 and 15, so wind chills, teens and 20s all day long. And tonight, we're even tracking the potential for some snow showers, so we'll take a look at that in detail coming up in your forecast.
Perfect. Okay, I'm not a big fan, of course, these below freezing numbers, but I'm trying to be optimistic here, Jamie. Looking forward, excited. So thank you.
Absolutely. And as we talk about those freezing temperatures, it's not a good time to be outside for an extended period of time. And so a local task force is identifying 4 main factors contributing to the county's loose and stray dog issue. We don't want these dogs outside
these fur babies
in this cold. So the Animal Welfare Task Force provided an update on its work at Tuesday's commission meeting. They say the primary factors include a lack of affordable vet care, public education gaps, local legislation enforcement, and relationships with shelters. But they say there are steps you can take to keep your dog safe if it gets loose.
And listen to this. Many people have been following the updates for Ohio's first Buc-ee's, which we know is set to open in April of next year in Hoover Heights. And a local couple has actually put a spin, that's them there, on how they are providing details about the mega convenience store and its arrival. So Ron and Sonia Fritz, that was them just a minute ago, run a social media page called Follow the Arrows, which shares their experiences traveling. Now, the two have been closely following the construction of the new Buc-ee's, and they say they've enjoyed documenting the journey for others to follow and enjoy as well. And we know that that's because Buc-ee's is a huge deal here. Everyone is very excited about it. And now the funny part about this is recently the construction team here, you can see them working, left a note on a post for the couple and other visitors trying to record the progress on the major gas station. Now, if you want to learn more about this, as I'm sure they'll be continuing to stay on this as soon as the store comes, 2 News digital reporter Carlos Mathis has followed Buc-ee's since its announcement back in 2023. So we're not getting off of this story. We're staying on this. So you can find out what that note said and more of the interview online at the couples on our website at WDTN.com. So please go look at that. Everyone's excited for Buc-ee's.
Yes.
All right, we are switching gears one more time to our react to that question for this morning. Kayla, we are in the midst of the holiday season. It's December. This is the time. I want to learn a little bit about you guys now from Miami Valley. How do you guys plan? When is your deadline to have those Christmas presents, to have that Christmas shopping done? Ooh, American Girl. So
I know, blast from the past.
Blast from the past, for real. So when is the deadline for you guys to have those dolls, those presents, what have you, wrapped and under the tree? And if you guys say, if you're like Caleb this morning, and you probably say right up until Christmas Eve, that's fine. But Kayla, tell me, when is your deadline?
You know, I've actually already started shopping.
Good for you.
Which I'm very proud of myself for. I don't know if I will have all of my gifts in time for Christmas, hopefully, but I think I've heard the cutoff is probably the night before. I've been in that situation.
The night before.
I mean, I don't aim for the night before. I don't aim for Christmas Eve.
No, of course
but I
not.
have definitely been in
That
Target
person
with
that's
my
waiting-
dad
yeah.
looking for a gift for my mom on Christmas Eve.
All right.
Yes.
Well, you guys weigh in, please. Scan that QR code. Be better than Kayla and Caleb this morning. All right. Looking ahead to what is happening today. In a minute, we'll be joined by 2 News reporter Sartaj Singh. He's going to be following up on the latest developments with the Clearview Treatment Services after its Medicaid license was suspended, and it caused a large part of their clients to be put on the streets. He's finding out what's next for those clients, as well as, and he's reaching out to the organization as well. Sartaj, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. So what are you going to be doing today?
So today, I'm reaching out to a couple more clients that have reached out to us after being removed from Clearview Treatment Services. Just hearing their stories, like how this all came down, what's next for them, because a lot of them were blindsided by this. People that I talked with last week said that it just happened in the span of like 24, 48 hours where all of a sudden they were told to leave their housing. Now, this all comes from Clearview's Medicaid license being suspended due to their owner, Terry Hill's indictment from earlier this year. He faces 3 charges, one of them being healthcare fraud. So that led to the Medicaid license being suspended. And to my understanding, the clients that were at the treatment services, they were under Medicaid. And since they can't take Medicaid anymore, that led to the process of them being essentially kicked out of the program and also removed from their housing.
Okay, and Sartaj, I heard you say that you're looking to talk to some of these people who were affected by this. Have you spoken to anyone with the Clearview Corporation, and have you spoken to anyone who's actually on their team, or are you planning to?
I am. I've been trying to reach out to them for the past week and have not heard anything back. I know last week when we ran this story, I reached out to them via phone call and email, have not heard anything back. Today I'm trying the same again. We're just trying to get answers in terms of like what's next for those clients.
Yeah.
Because those clients were under their roof, and after all this happened, I understand that, you know, with Medicaid, their Medicaid license being suspended, that causes a lot of complications. But a lot of people are wondering, these people are on the streets. Like 3 of them that I talked with last week said that they're going to be living, or one of them, said they're going to be living out of their car.
Wow.
So what's next for them? What's next for these people? Could they get back into the program? We're just trying to get an answer from Clearview about what, from their perspective, what's next for those patients.
And to
All
be
right.
clear, we know that they didn't have anywhere to go once this news came down. They
That is
were
correct.
just as
Yeah.
blindsided.
Yeah,
Right.
the one person I talked with last week just told me that they have to live out of their car until they find a place, and they're going to continue working as much as they can.
And we don't know when that will be, essentially.
Yeah, we don't know.
Okay, perfect. Sartaj, thank you so much for that update. We'll
Thank you.
look to you for more out of that story. We're going to take a quick break right now. On the other side of the break, we've got a longer look at weather and a very special way one local high school is remembering one of their own. We're going to hear about it and how you can help. Don't go away.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everyone. We are continuing on, moving forward, pressing on with our countdown to the 2026 Winter Olympics. Take a look at this. We're going to show you, like, hold on now. Look at these beautiful lights. This is our host city right now, around 5:15 in the evening. Now, yesterday we shared that around 2,900 athletes will be here in the city for these games. That's roughly 1,500 men and around 1,362 women. Now, the event will also be, this is the exciting part with these numbers, this will be the most gender-balanced game to date with a 47% female participation rate. I thought that was really interesting. So the games will be rolling around next year, February 6th. You need a place to watch. Don't go too far. You can see them right here on WDTN. But got plenty of time to look forward to the games. Let's take a look at our weather here. Take it away, Kayla.
So, coming back from Italy and
right.
heading to New York, officers from the New York Police Department saved a man who was struggling in freezing water. Watch as they go down and essentially save him from that cold.
Yeah, in a minute, they jump right on in there. No hesitation.
Which is, you know what, this is why we appreciate our first responders. This is what they do.
This is some of the stuff
they
that you
jump
don't
in with
see.
no hesitation.
And
Jamie,
I wanted to include this, Jamie, because people are going to be with the freezing weather. People probably think it's safe to go outside and get on the ice and skate and hang out on the water. But that's literally the last thing it should be doing because it has not been frozen long enough.
No,
but
I don't even think it's frozen.
I think it is
right
frozen.
now.
Yeah, right.
Like go to Riverscape. That's where you're safe ice
Okay.
skating.
But hopefully those freezing temperatures, Jamie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at the bone-chilling weather for the next week to 10 days. There's no big warm-ups in sight, unfortunately. If you don't like the cold, we're just kind of stuck with it for a while. But we will get some sunshine mixed in. Today, though, probably not a whole lot of sun. It's looking pretty gray out there right now, looking at downtown Dayton. You can even see the camera bouncing around in the breeze because we do have those winds that have increased today. So it's only 24 degrees right now. We have lots of clouds, and it does stay dry for the daylight hours, even though it is looking cloudy. And it's going to be cold throughout the day. Highs are just going to reach the low 30s. Some of our northern counties are probably not going to get out of the 20s. And we do tonight expect some more scattered snow showers, but accumulation looks like it'll be light. It looks like it'll be a ½ inch or less, so not as big as the system that just impacted us. Still, temperatures will be in the 20s tomorrow morning. So we have to keep in mind there might be some slick spots out there. Today, no issue. Some roads are dry. Some are still slushy with the snow that fell from yesterday. But tonight, we get a light coating of snow possible, and with temperatures in the low 20s, that will be slick. That snow will definitely accumulate. And even tomorrow morning, we're going to still see that potential of some slick roads with a light coating of snow in spots. The reason we're getting snow, we have a cold front to the northwest. That's going to be dropping in tonight, bringing in snow, but probably not until after 10 or 11 o'clock tonight. So if you're heading out to Deck the Diamond or to dinner, it should still be dry for those hours. But as we go beyond 10 or 11, we start to see those snow chances increasing. Here's Future Track showing lots of clouds around the area going through the next couple of hours. Even at 5 o'clock, it's looking pretty cloudy, but still dry. Then tonight, we see snow showers develop. They'll be scattered along that front. And it does look like across some of the southern Miami Valley is where some of the heavier snow may fall into tomorrow morning. And then it comes to an end. So tomorrow afternoon will dry out. And tomorrow we'll actually get to see a little sun breaking through those clouds at times. But it will be a dry day beyond the morning. Here's your forecast for today. We'll see a high of 32. It's mostly cloudy and breezy. And tonight, with snow showers moving through, we'll see any accumulation a ½ inch or less, but lows drop down to 22. Tomorrow, up to 28. After a morning snow shower, it will be dry, but it's a little bit colder behind that cold front, and we'll really notice that Friday morning. If you think today is cold, Friday morning, we're going to start off at 10 degrees, and we'll have a high of 30. Then Saturday, we actually hit the mid-30s again. We have a few more snow chances showing up Sunday and then Tuesday of next week. There's not a lot of high confidence with those, but it's something that we'll keep an eye on.
Jamie, I'll go ahead and answer your question. I do think it was cold out here today.
Yeah, so wait till Friday.
Perfect.
Yikes.
We're looking forward. Well, not looking forward to it, but we're prepared for it at least.
Thank you
Jamie.
for telling us.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay, listen to this, you guys. Prada has actually completed the $1.3 billion purchase, billion with a B, of the fashion house Versace. Can you believe that? It was owned by Capri Holdings, but now this deal brings the two rival Italian brands under the same corporate and fashion, if I can say so myself, umbrella. The deal was finalized yesterday after all of the necessary approval went through. The move is expected to help leverage some of Prada's business and help relaunch Versace, because apparently people have been saying Versace, has needed some help getting back out there. And yeah, can you believe that?
I was going to say, Alexis, this is a story for you.
I was really happy when I saw this.
Yeah.
No, it's exciting.
It's
Did
interesting.
you watch this on Netflix, Versace, the show?
I did not.
FX. It was good.
I
You
didn't
should
know
watch
that
it.
there was a Netflix show. I do have some Prada perfumes, so.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Don't get me started. You're right. I was excited.
Okay, well, switching gears a little bit from we're all over the country today, or across the world today.
We are.
We're all on the map. So if you guys remember, this Boeing 777 that disappeared on March 8th of 2014 with 239 people on board. This was in Malaysia. They're announcing that they have a private firm that will resume the search for this flight.
Yeah.
Now, Texas-based Ocean Infinity will conduct the deep sea hunt under a no-find, no-fee contract with Malaysia's government. So they are going to be
We're going
searching
back.
for this
that
plane
was a
again.
big deal till more than 10 years ago. So
Yeah.
we're going to be keeping up with that. A lot of people are invested. So we are going to switch gears one more time. We've been saying that all morning, 11:21 now. We're looking ahead. So listen to this. One local high school is actually coming together again to remember and to celebrate the life and legacy of one of their beloved basketball coaches in a very special way. This morning, we're joined by former CJ coach Joe Staley. He is the coordinator of an event called the Richard Kidd Shootout. He's going to tell us how this event will help remember one of their very own, someone they love so much, and how it's going to make sure that kids can follow their dreams after they leave school. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
So tell us about this weekend. What can we look forward to?
Well, we have 4 basketball games being played at Centerville High School. It's called the Richard Kidd Shootout. And Rich was a coach at Chaminade Julienne for 25 years, died suddenly during the 1921 season. And we've decided to try and keep his spirit alive by honoring him with these games. And one really neat thing about it is all the proceeds from the game go to a scholarship program, which is very unique. It's for high school seniors who want to play college basketball but are not good enough to play at a scholarship school. So these are kids who would play at typically a Division III school or walk on at a school that has scholarships. And, education's really expensive, especially at those Division III schools. So we've been able to give out scholarships to 4 kids in the last 3 years, and hopefully we'll do really well this year and be able to continue with that.
Now, what was the reception like when you guys first announced that you guys were doing these games in honor of Richard, of their coach?
Well, in the basketball community, there was a lot of enthusiasm for it. Everybody in Dayton knew Rich. Rich was one of those guys that knew all the kids on the other team, knew all the coaches. He was very active. He was a Dayton Public School maintenance supervisor, so he knew all the kids in the Dayton Public School system. But beyond that, he just knew kids everywhere. And we have no trouble getting area coaches to volunteer to play in this game. And I think that's due to Rich.
Yeah. And so how many students have you been able to impact, or what types of students have you been able to impact from these games?
Well, like I said, we've given scholarships to 4 kids in the neighborhood of $4,000 apiece to use for their education. The only thing we ask is that they have a need, be pretty good students, and are really committed to trying to play next year. That would have been really important to Rich. I coached at CJ for 35 years, and I only had 2 kids play Division III basketball because it is so expensive to go to a school like Otterbein or a school like Wittenberg, those smaller schools, and the financial aid's not there. We had a lot of kids play in college, but not at the Division III level. So this has always been something we kind of wanted to do.
Perfect. Coach Staley, thank you so much for coming on this morning and telling us. Good luck this weekend.
Yes.
Thank you.
Perfect. We're going to take another short break. When we get back, we're looking at those react to that responses and what's coming up in Living Dayton. Don't go away. Taking a quick look at those React to That responses for this morning. What have you guys done Christmas shopping? I want to know. How are you guys planning this out? So Katie says online by December 17th at the stores. Sheesh, December 22nd. Okay.
Sounds like a good
dates.
timeline.
Sure. Pat says I want to be done 2 weeks before Christmas. Respectable.
Ooh, early.
Love that. And Arian says, I work at Walmart, so I've been known to grab the last gift on Christmas Eve. Okay, because
special
that's the resource.
circumstance.
Yeah, I was about to say, that is a little bit good for you. So let's take a quick look at what's coming up in Living Dayton. Grace, good morning.
Real quickly, Dee's Berea and more is cooking in the kitchen. First timer, Philly cheesesteaks, and a lot more. Can't wait.
So
I'm
much.
super
Can't
excited.
wait to learn more. Thank you guys for being here. Alexis Bellamy, Kayla Ferris for 2 News Now. We'll see you guys on Thursday.